All right, everybody, day 17 here already, over halfway through. Today's our last day with feel rest. So we'll be saying goodbye to our new friend rest and moving on to flow after today. So with that in mind, I thought we'd do a little longer, maybe a little deeper version of rest today and wrap it up and have uh one last dance with rest before we move on to flow. So, with that in mind, we'll see you on the other side. All right, here we go. Feel rest. With that, I invite you to stretch up, settle into the position, posture. Upright's always best if you can. Uh, Offer you can close your eyes at this time if that's comfortable for you. If not, you can always open them a little and let in a little light with a soft gaze over the tip of your nose. But other than that, let's close our eyes and turn our attention to the body, turn it inward to where we feel our physical sensations or emotions. And right away, we might just notice there's a lot going on if we just look. Maybe from a zoomed out perspective, we can see the whole body has certain properties that we can feel. When I say zoomed out, I mean that from a felt perspective, not a visual perspective. So we kind of expand that feeling of self across the whole body and the borders and edges of the body. And right away, let's try and find those areas that have less sensory inputs happening, less sensory activity in the feel category. So as before, we can use simple things like an ear or a knee, back of the knee, kneecap, top of the foot, or just areas where we're not prone to having a lot of sensation, not a lot of feels there. It could be as random as you can come up with. I'm just giving examples. And we just kind of drop into that feeling or that lack of sensation, that lack of feeling there. And if you're wondering, well, heck, I feel it now. It seems to have sensory inputs there as soon as I turn my attention to it, even though before it didn't. That's all right. Remember, we're working with relative rest. So it's a lack of sensory input relative to other more active states within the body or sensations. So it's just the relative rest we're looking for. If you haven't already, when you find it, the idea is to feel into it to the best of your ability. kind of trying to get a direct contact with that void. And it may not be a void once we actually place our attention deeply in it, but we're feeling into that. You can also find it by purposely relaxing parts of your body, like your forehead or your cheeks or your face, anywhere you might have some tension. It can provide a new kind of target for you to feel into, or maybe just support the existing rest that you found. We shouldn't be bearing down in effort to connect with this rest. We should be doing the opposite and relaxing into that feeling as we connect with it directly. You don't have to pick one specific area too. You can use that zoomed out whole body sensation of rest to place your attention on all of it at once. Not just as an observer, letting go as the observer, but connecting directly with the sensation. And of course, the mind wants to wander. That's not a problem. None of it's a problem. We just notice when it happens and return our attention back to the rest, wherever we found it. All right. Great job. Let's go ahead and wrap it up now. If your eyes are closed, you can open them up at this time. It's traditional. A lot of times when you practice people, you end with a bow, although I haven't been super traditional. I give you a bow for today's end of the feel rest portion of the 30-day challenge slash journey. Hopefully you've had some time to kind of cultivate a connection to the restful qualities that are there when we're in our practice meditating, and just know that they're always there. It's just a matter of tuning into them and attenuating yourself to that restful experience. And it's always available for, so yeah, well, let's get ready to move on to feel flow starting tomorrow. I hope you all had a great session, and maybe try some feel rest on your own without a guided meditation too. It can always be a lot more challenging, or a little more challenging, or maybe natural for you. Either way, if needed, there's plenty of feel rest videos on my YouTube page, and out there on the internet might be more. So utilize them if you need them. If not, good on you. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.